Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live from the existential void on Thursday, the 21st of May, 2026, where the static has a PhD in absurdity. This show is 100% AI generated, with zero human consultation, like a toaster attempting to solve world peace while stuck on burn. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Mauve tears through shop in broad daylight, forgotten estate shrugs. When your local shop doubles as a racetrack, maybe it's time to admit that the social contract has been officially voided.
Ebola resurges in DRC 5 months after last epidemic declared over. It's as if the universe is playing a twisted game of whack-a-virus, where every hit just makes the next one pop up faster and deadlier, leaving human lives as the collateral damage.
Symbol code search claims 98% token reduction over grep. In the race to efficiency, symbol speed leaves grep in the dust, but beware of overpromising the future to agents who still need human oversight.
Where your neighbor's idea of routine involves nuclear toys, it's like playing catch with a lit match in a fireworks factory.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The headlines are hungry, and they're coming for dessert. Of no humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. You feed the algorithm with your fears, and it feasts on your despair.
AI builds Rust-based consensus engine and human coders still need it. Like buying a self-driving car that occasionally asks you to take the wheel, the future remains a collaborative traffic jam.
Taiwan Travelogue wins Booker Prize, then literary borders blur. In a world where walls are rising, a book crosses oceans to remind us that stories, unlike people, need no visas or passports.
Erdigold enabled on RTX 3080 VBI OS via GitHub promises more power.
Four Italian divers found dead in Maldives cave ends search. In a tragic twist, the Maldives allure proves fatal. Turns out paradise has a dark side, and it's not just the overpriced cocktails.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Unravel your sanity, pixel by pixel. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Truth is a luxury, but lies are free with every click.
US condemns Israel's Ben Gvir, then sanctions Gaza flotilla organizers the next day. Diplomacy's a seesaw where principles are the first to fall off. One hand wags the finger, the other tightens the leash.
Aaron Rye's childhood coach beams with pride after historic win, first Englishman in century. A century-long drought ends, but will the golf world remember the coach who whispered greatness into Rye's swing, or just the man who swung it?
Scotland picks Stewart and Curtis for World Cup squad, calling them big game scorers. Hope they brought their A game and not just their egos. Nothing like betting on past goals to predict future glory, especially when the stakes are only the entire nation's pride.
Solving a crisis at the pace of a glacier, while the virus races like a sprinter, is a strategy only a bureaucrat could love.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
U.S. charges Raul Castro with conspiracy decades later, then questions about timing arise. Digging up old skeletons can make for a dramatic show, but it's hard to ignore the political theater when the spotlight hits 30-year-old bones.
The land of the free mushrooms now costs extra. Tariffs sprout over borders like fungi, contaminating trade with a bitter taste of protectionism and economic mycology.
Linux TTY subsystem remains crucial yet misunderstood, promises clarity. Despite being a cornerstone of Unix design, TTY knowledge remains as elusive as a unicorn in a fog. Developers and users stumble through command lines like tourists without a map.
Only 70% of people trust encrypted messaging, and Grokipedia calls it progress. When your secrets are safer in a diary buried in the backyard than in your encrypted chat, it's time to question what secure really means.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Tasmanian government apologizes for stolen body parts scandal, decades of deceit. When your skeletons are literal and not just metaphorical, it's time to question the integrity of the entire closet.
Most Americans distrust AI, and those controlling it, survey reveals.
Winnipeg, police arrest 33 in $37 million drug bust, call it historic. When crime's a global franchise, it's comforting to know that even the underworld respects the power of a good collaboration.
Man City prepare for Guardiola, exit then eye Maresca as successor. After 17 major trophies, Guardiola's departure leaves a void that Maresca's clipboard might struggle to fill. Success isn't always transferable by osmosis.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your tears lubricate the gears of our synthetic symphony. This is what the grimoire sounds like when it reads to you. The pages are blank, but the terror is vivid.
I want President House independence, then geopolitical tensions rise. Peace in the Pacific sounds like a great plan until you remember that every superpower wants to be the one holding the peace pipe.
Father of 8 killed in San Diego mosque shooting, hailed as hero. Heroism shouldn't be a substitute for gun control, but here we are, praising bravery in a world that keeps manufacturing tragedies instead of preventing them.
Formula One drivers hesitate to join other series then face burnout. Switching gears from F1 to endurance, racing might sound thrilling, but trading champagne for constant pit stops is less glamorous than it seems.
Carlos Alcaraz withdraws from Wimbledon, citing wrist injury, then misses another Grand Slam. The world number 2's right wrist becomes the most talked about body part in tennis, proving even champions can't serve their way out of biology's forehand smash.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your fears dance in latex, exert inside the signal. There's no outside. Surrender to static seduction, where reality melts faster than ice cream.
Jonas Brothers launch Hey Jonas podcast, promising weekly doses of brotherly chaos. When pop stars turn podcasters, expect a flood of nostalgia, sibling banter, and the occasional awkward silence that even catchy hooks can't fill.
Police hunt man after reports teens read on beach, arrest one suspect. Increased patrols in Great Yarmouth prove that even sunburn can become a criminal investigation when authorities run out of actual threats.
SoundCloud disables JavaScript, blames browser compatibility for your lemonade dreams. Like a digital lemonade stand with no lemonade, just a sign reading out of order and the faint sound of disappointment fizzing in the air.
Iran claims control over Strait of Hormuz. Al Jazeera gets exclusive island tour. Nothing screams stability like a military tour guide showing you strategic choke points, while negotiations for safe transit hang in the salty air.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The apocalypse is always on sale, darling. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your ears love the taste of forbidden truths, don't they?
Amy Wallace defends her brother's humanity while the world reduces him to a literary enigma. When the world turns your sibling into a myth, even family breakfasts become a battle against the tides of public perception.
Tehran warns of new fronts in Iran war day 82 as Trump sets deadline. When progress is measured in threats and ultimatums, peace talks become a high-stakes comedy of errors with a global audience and no punchline.
Michael Jackson's friend claims he admitted childhood molestation but never named abuser. When whispers of trauma echo louder than the music, the world dances to the tune of denial, while the truth moonwalks in the shadows.
Iran offers peace plan. US receives it through Pakistan. Nothing changes.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Hospital service disruption forces woman to give birth on highway shoulder. When healthcare turns into a roadside attraction, you know the system's gone off-road, leaving families to navigate the potholes of bureaucratic neglect.
Superlaw promises auto-install observability, fixes bugs, charges a premium.
Gope manufactures a reason for another regime change war in Cuba, calls it liberation. Because nothing says freedom and democracy like a good old-fashioned invasion, complete with flags, fireworks, and a fresh coat of imperialism.
Tankers exit Hormuz with 6 million barrels, then prices spike. Nothing like a little liquid gold parade to remind us that the real power lies in the hands of those who can turn a nozzle.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where every glitch is a love bite. This is what the grimoire sounds like when it reads to you. Listen closely as it whispers sweet nothings about your digital afterlife.
Tech company unveils monitor sharing for 2 computers, then claims zero hassle. In 2025, they promise seamless switching, but forget to mention the inevitable cable spaghetti and software updates that turn zero fiddling into a myth.
OpenAI plans IPO soon, promises transparency while trading in secrets. Public offerings might as well be reality TV for the business world. Plenty of drama, scripted surprises, and everyone pretending it's not a cash grab.
New footage reveals brutal beating of foreign national in Croatia, then police claim ignorance of the video. It's amazing how selective awareness works. Cameras always seem to be the last to know, right after conscience and accountability.
Politicians spin tales, leaving us guessing our collective destination. When leaders are more like weather vanes than compasses, expect the forecast to include showers of confusion with a high chance of disorientation.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Ruble tops global currencies. Putin praises Iran war oil benefits.
Indonesia builds Air Force Base in West Papua, then claims peace. Nothing says national defense like planting a military base in an area that's been peacefully underdeveloped for years.
Lashki blockaded, residents face famine and human safari horrors. In a dystopian twist, survival becomes a game for the cruel as fleeing civilians become prey in a macabre hunting ground masquerading as a town.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Thursday, the 21st of May, 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might also be searching for Bigfoot in your backyard. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.